Hello and welcome to the third video in a series of videos to show how I upgrade my Caterham Academy car up to Caterham Graduates Sigma 135 spec. In today's video we're going to take a look at the headlights. This is an upgrade I've been really looking forward to doing because in the Caterham Graduates, much like the top three tiers of Caterham Motorsport, we race without headlights. Now personally, I think this really starts to make the car look like a proper race car, so I'm really excited to get this one done. As with my other upgrades, I want to be able to use my car on the road as much as I do on the track. So I'm going to show you how to do these upgrades so you can move between road and track as quickly as possible. And at the end of the video, I'll show you against a timer just how quick it can be to remove your headlights from a Caterham once this modification has been done. That said, if I had my time again, I wouldn't do this upgrade exactly how I've done it. Take a look at the video and I'll explain more later. First, identify the wire and the connection for the headlights and free from the chassis by removing the cable ties. Cut the wires on the headlight side of the connector. Now remove the bolt which passes through the wishbone and the headlight mount. It's important to note that this bolt is under load from the suspension. The approach I've decided to take is remove the load from the suspension by using a trolley jack underneath the car. Remove the bolt. If the wishbone is not under load, this should come out easily. And remove the headlight bracket. I've taken the opportunity to remove the cross of tape from the headlights and give the unit a clean. For this I use Dremel Easy Speed Click cutting discs. I found them to be excellent, but make sure you're wearing safety glasses. Now you need to slot the bracket. Take note of how the bracket will reattach to the car, bearing in mind there's a lip on the bracket which holds everything in place. You need to remove as little of the material as possible. This may take a few attempts to trim, but once it's cut, it can't go back on. Now add bullet connectors to each of the wires. For the headlight side, I've used 4 male connectors and 1 female connector. The reason is there are 2 similar blue coloured wires. By adding a female one to one of the blue wires, we'll make sure you do not accidentally attach the wrong one. And crimp the opposite bullet connectors onto the wires of the connector. I've added a washer to the inside and the outside of the bolt. Thread the bolt approximately halfway through, thread through the wires and offer up the bracket to the bolt. Make sure the bracket and the lip of the bracket are correctly located and tighten. The correct setting for my Academy car is 47 Newton meters. Connect the bullet connector wires and cable tie to the chassis. Repeat on the other side and test your lights are working. With these modifications, let's see how quick I can remove the lights. There we are, that's how I tackled the headlight modification. I mentioned at the start of the video that I wouldn't necessarily do it this way if I had my time again. This is what I would do and why. I would have left the headlight mount complete. I wouldn't have slotted it. It would mean that I'd need to remove the anti-roll bar each time I want to remove the headlight bracket. In reality, that's only going to be a handful of times throughout the entire season. Often when I move from track to road or even deciding on weather conditions, I change the anti-roll bar anyway. That's a fairly swift job to do I will be releasing a video real soon. I'll pop a link in the description below for that, for how to change your anti-roll bar. It's not a big job. If you've got the anti-roll bar removed, you've got proper access to the bolt, and really you do need that to make sure it's torqued correctly. Plus you've got the integrity of the headlight, the bracket without the slot. So those things added together, I think if I had my time again, I would have left the headlight bracket in one piece. So hopefully you've benefited there from me tackling this job, and then you can decide if it's something that's right for you to slot the brackets, or just do the bullet connectors on the electrics to make things quicker and easier. Also, I'll be really keen to hear from anyone else that's tackled this problem in a slightly different way. Please do get in touch, pop a comment below, and I'm sure the viewers of this channel would find that really interesting as well. So when they tackle this job, they can choose the right way that's best for them. An alternative approach is a daylight MOT. It's possible to run a car without headlights at all on the road during the day with the appropriate daylight MOT. However, for me, I cannot really advocate this approach. Our little cars are difficult enough to see on the road anyway, and even during the daytime I run with headlights on to make my car more visible. And having been involved in a write-off collision where I couldn't be seen all the time, I'm doing as much as I can to make my car more visible, but it is an option. If you've not already done so, please do give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. But for now, thank you for listening and thank you for watching, and I look forward to bringing you the next video in my upgrade series to Caterham Graduates Sigma 135.